Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope that you're well. We're going to do Pilates workout today, focused all around the abs, okay? So thinking about connecting into the abs, thinking about strengthening in the abs, thinking about balancing and bringing stability into the abs, and thinking about getting them wakened up and livened up a little bit. To begin with, let's come in to our perfect Pilates positioning. So bring the sides of your feet together. You know what to do here. Standing up nice and tall, let's roll the shoulders back, keep the heels pinned together, and then just turn your toes out to the corner of your mat. Feel that connection coming in to the glutes and a little bit into the abs here as well, okay? I want you to think about your pelvic floor as well here as being a diamond shape. So you want to be just gently drawing up and in, but also side to side, knitting the corners of that diamond a little bit closer together. That should start to switch on the abdominals as well, so bringing in a little bit of connection there, but we're not sucking in, we're not holding our breath. Let's rock up onto our tiptoes, lower our heels back down behind. Keep that connection that you created. We're going to take a little lean up and over, keeping the hips exactly where they are, just feeling that stretch through the waist. And then we're going to release. We're going to do the same on the opposite side. Good. And release back down. From here, coming into our pelvic tilts. So you can either have hand on your stomach and into your lower back, or you can bring your hands onto your hips. We're creating that movement. So rocking all the way forwards to your point A, pressing all the way back to your point C. Nice and soft through the knees. And then stopping somewhere in the middle. So that's your point B, your neutral spine. Keep those knees soft. We're just going to come into a few little, I'm going to call them baby squats. So sinking up and down. It's more of a knee bend, just to lubricate through those joints. And then straighten those knees all the way out. Keep the legs straight as you come into a 90-degree fold. Your hands can come to the top of your thighs. You're keeping that belly button lifted up towards your spine. Your back is nice and flat. We're going to hold here. Then you can release the arms, release the neck. Maybe soften off the legs. Maybe arch your shoulders a little bit here, coming into more of a spinal bend. And then when you're ready, roll yourself back up. Add a nice big arm circle at the top there. And then we're going to come all the way down into a forwards fold. We're going to walk it out and we're going to find our plank positioning. So you don't need to come into a perfect plank straight away, okay? It's absolutely fine to come down and readjust yourself a little bit. More than fine, it's brilliant to come down and readjust yourself a little bit. So if you're up on your toes, maybe you need to take your feet a little bit wider to bring yourself some more stability. If you're on your knees, maybe just make sure that you've tucked your hips, you've not left your bottom behind. And then whether it's wrists or elbows that you're coming from, just make sure that they're directly underneath your shoulders. Good. When you're ready, let's sink into child's pose. Take a nice stretch out through here. So really try and extend that spine, walk those fingertips as far forwards as you can. And then when you're ready, exhale up and draw into all fours. So again, adjusting as required to bring those knees and hips and those wrists and shoulders into alignment. From here, we're going to flex the toes and you're going to press up into your little hover. As always, guys, you've got the option of coming down whenever you need to out of this hover, or you can come in and hold. Think about that spine being nice and straight, but also stable. I know we're going to have a little bit of a wobble and a shake on here, but imagine you've got a tray of water on your back. You're trying not to slosh any out of the edges. Good. Keep holding for me. 2, 1. Release the knees. Unhook the toes. Slide that right leg away. Squeeze the glute. Bring the leg all the way up. Toes are pointed. Left arm extends as you come into your Superman. Again, trying not to spill any water out of that tray. Keep lifting that belly button up. We're just holding here. Good. Breathe through. Nice deep breaths to maintain that stability. When you're ready, release the hand, release the knee. Same on the opposite side. Slide that left leg away, toes point, squeeze the glute to lift. Exhale, release your right arm. Coming into your hold. That arm, I want it nice and straight, all the way up in line with your ear, thumb to the ceiling. Good, holding here. For 2 and 1, release the arm, release the knee. Take it into some cat-cows. Give that spine a little stretch. We can move that water now. It's disappeared. Good. And then refine that neutral spine. From here, I just want you to walk your hands forward slightly. We're going to drop into a 3/4 plank position. So instead of leaving your bottom behind, lower that hips. Shoulders, hips and knees are all in alignment. Then you're going to flex your toes. And from here, we're going to press to high plank, lower the knees. Press to high plank, lower the knees. So we're lifting up and down, up and down. Feels like it should be easy. It's not. Keep that core switched on. Good. Really push back into your heels. So those legs straighten up. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it back into child's pose. Have a stretch off here. Release your forehead all the way down to the mat. Maybe relax your arms this time. Take a moment. Exhale up to all 4. Slide that right leg away. Squeeze the glute to lift. Release the left arm back into your balancing Superman. Good. Holding here. Then I want you to bend that knee so toes are pointed up towards the ceiling. Option to bring that left arm around your back. Grab a hold of your foot. Squeeze that heel in towards your bottom. You'll get that lovely stretch through your quads on that right leg. You'll also get the balance work of staying up from one arm. Good. Release the leg, release the arm, come back into your balancing Superman. Really squeezing into that glute and really lifting that belly button up. Release the hand, release the knee, switch sides. Left leg slides away, squeeze the glute to lift. Right arm releases nice and straight. Holding here. Good, get your balance. Bend that knee, point the toes up to the ceiling, keeping that height in the leg. Option to reach around, grab a hold of the foot, draw it in towards heel to bottom. Can you feel that wobble? Can you feel that stretch? Good, release the foot, release the arm, come back into your Superman. And then hand down, knee down, press back into child's pose. Or whatever kind of stretch and release you want here, always when I give the option of child's pose, if there's another one that you prefer or enjoy, come into that. And then exhale up to all 4s. Walk the hands forwards, drop into 3/4 plank position again. This time we're going to come into a single leg pedal up. So flex both toes, you press off of one leg, then the other, down, down. So it's more of a pedal. Instead of both knees coming up simultaneously, we take it in turns. Keep those hips facing forwards. And as always, keep that belly button lifted down. Awesome. Keep going here. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Release, stretch it out. How are you feeling? We're going to give those wrists a little release now. So we're going to change position. Come on up to kneeling just for a second. Give your wrists a roll. We're coming down into our sides. So into our side lying plank position. Elbow tucked just as the wrists were underneath the shoulders. We're going to go from a bent knee to begin with, but the top leg is going to be straight. We're going to exhale, lift and press away. And then we're going to add in these little kissing hips to the mat. Those little hip dips. So we press down, we press back up again. If these feel okay coming from your bent knee, you could absolutely do these with straight legs. Good. Keep going here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, take that shoulder into a little circle through. And then come back down on that side. Again, option to retuck that knee, come back in from a bent knee. We're going to add in our rotation, our thread of the needle. Or you can press back into a straight leg and come from a full side plank. The important part is that you're lifting that waist away from the mat as much as you can. Good. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the hips down. I want you to roll over onto your back before we come onto our opposite side. Take it into a full body stretch. Ah, how nice is that? Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Good. And then when you are ready, you can roll across onto your other side and just swing around. So it's that same little set again. So the hip dip side plank to begin with. Choose your positioning. Good. Perfect, guys. You're really controlling that lower back down to your mat. So you're not letting gravity pull you down. You are smooth, stylish, in control for 2 and 1. Again, give that shoulder a roll through if you need to. And then coming into your side plank with a rotation. Arm is up. We scoop under into that nice gap that we've created. And back up again. Make sure that your arm comes all the way back up over your torso. No half-hearted arms. This is where we get that lovely movement into our waist. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Release the hips back down. Spin back around onto your back and back into that full body stretch. Lengthen out, guys. Feel that lovely stretch. Enjoy. Before we come into our final set of moves, which we're going to do from lying on our back. So release your hands down by your side. Walk those heels back in towards your bottom. Let's find a couple of pelvic tilts to help us find our nice positioning on our mat here. Exactly the same movement that we did when we were standing, rocking your hips back and forth, and then settling in that point B position. You're going to come into a leg slide, okay? So option is always to keep single foot on the floor here. We're going to slide a leg away and draw it back in, just knee in line with hip, no further in towards our ribs. Or we're going to alternate. So leg slide and leg slide. Or we're going to do doubles. Double slide and in. You want to make sure you're not coming too far in. Bring the palms of your hands just above your hips and just stop those knees when they hit those hands. Good, this is your double. This is your alternate. And then if you were doing single legs, switch sides. Good. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it back into that full body stretch. Good, holding here. Release the elbows wide, interlace your fingers, bring the palms of your hands to the back of your head, so you're making a little hammock for your head here, just as a supportive hammock, not to push that neck up. You're going to slide your heels back in. You're going to exhale, lift the shoulders up off the mat, keeping the elbows wide, so they're in your peripheral vision. We're not in here, we're not squeezing in. Keep the chest open, shoulders drawn back. When you're ready, lift your feet up off the floor. Options always to keep one foot down or both feet in. And then we're going to come into a diagonal shoulder lift. So we're bringing our chest across to the opposite knee. Again, we're not trying to see our elbows, okay? It's a really small movement. We're only coming up to about shoulder height and back down. We're working into the top of the abdominals here. Good. Out and across, out and across. So it's not this tucking in and rocking and rolling. It's smooth, controlled. Work with your breath. Exhale up, inhale down. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep those elbows drawn back. Release your feet. Take it into your full body stretch once more. Good. And then release, bring one knee in. Draw your hands in, squeeze that knee in towards your chest. Option to keep your shoulders down or to lift up here into a bit more of a hug and a squeeze. And then switch sides. Good. Release both legs, release both arms, back to that full body stretch. From here, we're going to come up to sitting. So you can absolutely use your arms to guide you on it up, or if you want to practice that roll up, really kind of bring some weight, bring some heaviness into your heels. When you're ready, on your exhale, lift up. I always speak at the wrong point there. And roll yourself up to sitting. A little shoulder roll at the top here. Keep the legs wide. We're going to reach opposite arm across. It could be knee, it could be shin, it could be feet. I'm super tight here because I run a half marathon and I can't stretch my legs fully yet. Ooh, just about wherever you can reach to. And then same on the opposite side. Good. Brilliant. Bring those feet together, cross them over if you're comfortable sitting cross-legged. If not, you could come up to kneeling, or you could just keep your legs out straight in front. We're going to take it into a couple of shoulder rolls. Good. We're going to bring the left arm down to the mat, the right arm up and over. Soften that left elbow into your waist. Feel the stretch through the right hand rib cage. And then release, same on the other side. Good. Back up to sitting. Roll those wrists. And then sitting nice and tall, drawing the belly button back to the spine. I want you to exhale, take your chin down to your chest. Coming into a full neck circle. Maybe do this twice around in one direction. And then you could change and come back the other way. Good, just noticing how everything feels. And whether you feel now a little bit more connected, should we say, into those abdominals, a little bit more aware of them, aware that you've got them, number one, aware that they're there, and aware that they work for us. They are strong, they support our posture, they're keeping us sitting up nice and tall here now. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed that. Let me know as always how you got on. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.